catch him there, we don't want to make ourselves soft targets for him. We can expect it to be intense and physical down on the block. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
Kuzma. Bridges with some nice defense. Puts up a deep three. Prince grabs the miss. To the left side wing. Screen by Giannis. Kuzma, that's good.
Excellent recognition from Kuzma. Solid running these screen and rolls.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Hart. And here's Towns. It's thrown about to Kumbo. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Anunoby's got 6.
Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
It's Prince on the wing. 6 to shoot. Kuzma with it. Now guarded by Towns. Deep 2 from Lopez. And he misses his first shot of the game. There's a good screen. Pass to Hart. Anunoby has the open look. And the 3 off target. And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
So both teams making some changes here. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And the shot goes in.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
And Hart has it in the corner. Here's McBride. No good on the 3.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Back to Portis. To the paint. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Bucket is good.
Boy, love watching Brook Lopez go to work. Superb at playing to his strengths down on the box.
Over in the corner, McBride. Pass to Achua. New York moving it around. To the middle. A dunk by Achua.
How about that well-timed drop-off? Jalen Brunson just knows where to put the basketball.
Bucks trail by 3. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And to Kumbo. Shot's good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to McBride. Buries it from 3-point range.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Knicks lead by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks.
Where the heck is this guy?
Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. The Bucks trail. Pass to Trent. Right wing. Here's Kuzma. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Inside. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
Stolen by Robinson. And a fast break now for the Knicks. The dunk by Achua.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Bucks trailed by 6. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Sinks the triple.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Outside Robinson. For 3, Bridges. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
We know Mikal Bridges is a legit threat from deep, and boy, does he love the corners.
Here's Kuzma. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Rebound, Milwaukee. Pass to Prince. Makes it off the glass.
Well, we know Trent Jr. can flat shoot the basketball, but he has to balance that with his passing. Nice delivery there.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Outside, Towns. That 3 off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
But Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player. Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Trent with it. Bridges covering. Trent can't hit.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Green inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Brunson, no good. Bucks trail by 5. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Kuzma. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Now the Knicks with it. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Well, OG Anunoby is going to continue to develop his game, and that pass, that was pretty.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys. Some teams changing it up here. And Milwaukee has possession. They trail by 7. Trent outside. They need this. It's rebounded by New York. In the corner, it's Bridges. Lopez with the steal. Trent with it. Brunson picks him up. Outside Portis. Lopez a screen. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Bridges outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Bridges got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Over in the corner, Portis. Shoots over Brunson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Brunson outside. Here's Hart. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt. Expectations will be high. Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate the report. Hart, that's good.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Prince can't hit.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Good on the three-point shot.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And again, the turnover by the Bucks. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. As in baseball, Doris, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Whoops, they pick off the pass.
This is so cool, man.
Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Portis. And it's Porter with the ball for the Bucks. It's a 16-point game. And here's Trent outside. Hands it from downtown.
It's not just the assertiveness of Gary Trent Jr., folks. It's about the accuracy. I don't care what kind of range he's shooting from.
New York moving it around. Hart, no good. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Portis the screen. Trent outside. From the arc. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Bridges. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Guys, this young man does such a good job keeping his balance on the way up to the basket. Mikal Bridges solid at keeping his composure.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
And here's Brunson outside. Rebound by Smith.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
No hesitation whatsoever from Trent Jr. His mind is always thinking shot.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Here's McBride. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. McBride's got 6.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Trent, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Mikal Bridges has been the guy making things happen. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Knicks leading by 14. Pass to Anunoby. Misses the 3. On offense, here are the Bucks. And stolen by Payne. That's a 2 from Towns. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Giannis. Chipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Clock at 6. Over in the corner, Green. Here's Kuzma. No good from outside. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Next substitution.
Towns wide open. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
And drifting to the corner and finding some space. Towns can exploit any gap in a defense.
Down low, Lopez. Robinson pulls it in. New York leading by 20. To the inside. And Towns throws it down.